What's up? What's up? What's up, Warsheep Warriors, and welcome back to the Warsheep Podcast. Well, today we're going to be going over a couple things. Look, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it all the way a buck. This whole situation with Diddy is messy. We're going to dive into unveiling a lot of this stuff, right? A lot of this is let's just call it what it is, an Antichrist spirit. Now, one thing that I'm really interested about is knowing more of whether or not, excuse me, guys. Oh, that's coffee, y'all. Knowing more about whether this is the Antichrist spirit, and are we if they're setting the world stage for the Antichrist to return to appear or to be revealed, because the Antichrist is going to be amongst us during the times, and of course the spirit of the Antichrist would always be amongst us within somebody in some sort of form of demonstration or another. Hollywood is the epitome of Antichrist spirit. Okay, Hollywood develops demonic spirits. That's what they do. They're in the business of conjuring up demonic spirits and things that along those lines. As you can see, there's so many different people in the industry of whatever industry they're in, dealing in Hollywood, that are into some of the strangest things, y'all. And today we're going to take a look at a couple videos we're going to be reacting to in regards to the situation with Diddy. Now, I did a video on Diddy not long ago, and I just want to let you guys know that this is another one, man. We're going to break this thing down. Of course, he's been recently indicted. He's currently in jail being held while his court is going on, or he's not in trial just yet. While court is taking place, he's being held just due to the possible flight risk and danger or threat to society. And yeah, they said they found about 1,000 different lubricants. 1,000 Johnson and Johnson. So Diddy Johnson and Johnson, P Johnson and Johnson Diddy was out here freaking off before they were, they came, swooped in and picked him up. I think he was getting ready for another freak off, y'all. I think he was getting prepared for another freak off, or he just recently had another freak off, and she got buck food crazy. But without further ado, let's go ahead and cue the Denzel and get into these videos. Man, I appreciate you guys joining me today. Don't forget to like this video, comment, and subscribe. Share this, y'all, as well. Let's get this truth out. Without further ado, cue the Denzel. Let's get it.
Is the sheep preaching hate? He says, I'm not going to let the wolf eat me anymore. If the wolf comes in here, next time he comes in here, I'll do whatever I have to do to keep him off my back. Is the sheep violent or is the wolf violent? He wasn't teaching hate, he was teaching common sense. Somebody's knocking you over the head, stop him. Do whatever you have to do to stop him. The ones that were knocking him over were afraid of the fact that he might swing back, so they said, no, he's teaching hate, he's violent.
All right, y'all. So hopefully y'all can hold on a sec. Let me get some feedback from my mic real quick. Let's get it. Come on now. Give me a sec.
Gene Deal, let's get right into it. Diddy, he got indicted. You called it, man. A few weeks ago, you was on the platform and you said that he was going to get arrested in September.
Yeah, man. Anybody who in law enforcement or people know the law, when Homeland Security ran up into his house, people will tell you, or people knew that it was just a matter of time that they was going to indict him and bring him in to see the judge, bro. It was just a matter of time.
Yeah, everybody already knew they had something on them when they raided his home, so they already knew exactly where to go. Cassie told them everything, including where all the baby oil was at. So, them raiding his homes at the same time, we knew it was coming, but Gene was more specific with it. Last month, he said the feds would indict him in September. How did he know it would be September? Because Gene Deal himself, or somebody he's close with, they testified to the federal grand jury. So he knew what was going on with the whole FBI investigation and the prosecutors on the case. That's how he knew the indictment was coming in September. Nah, he wasn't guessing, he knew. Shout out to the Art of Dialogue. He's been getting all the stories from Gene for a while now. A lot is going on, and we're going to get into what Gene has to say. But first, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates.
Y'all make sure y'all go like and subscribe to the video.
I just figured out
over at
the grand jury and their different sessions and stuff like that. And then what one of the witnesses told me, I just figured it out that it was going to be around September that they were going to bring them in, bro. It's people might not understand. It's difficult when you see a brother that has so much promise become an icon as far as in the music business and stuff that he did to turn around and just
be the dealer
his whole life down. But it's all because of his mentors and the people that trained him and taught him the music business.
Now, just to be clear, y'all, listen. My thing is this, right? Hello? Testing. Yo, my thing is this, right? Is that, hold on a sec. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yo, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, all right. So my thing is this, man. Diddy knew. He been knowing for a while, man. It's the reason why. Look, check this out. Let's roll over here real quick. This is the reason why Diddy was doing the things he was doing around the time of the pagan satanic faith or holiday, holy day, Halloween, right? It's pagan, satanic. You know, my thing is that you see what he was doing around that time. Come on, yo. And, you know, he was dressing up like Joker. You know what I mean? In fact, not only was he dressing up like the Joker, but he was the embodiment of the spirit of the Joker. You know what I'm saying? He was the embodiment in the spirit of the Joker. He damn near did it so well you wouldn't even been able to tell the difference. Check this shit out. Like, in case y'all ain't seen it. I know everybody done seen it by now, but he got too high up on his horse. He got too high and lofty. You know what I'm saying? And pride comes before the fall. Look at this dude. It's Diddy, yo. Demonic.
Pussy, yeah. You, nigga. Yeah, him. Just like I said.
Demonic.
You don't like me, you motherfucking front, get to it, bitch. Don't fucking play with me on Halloween. I'm out here with love, nigga. You wanna have love?
Allegations or anything. This dude was truly a menace to society, y'all. Tyler, the Creator.
This is top tier. Get out of the car. Man, you got a problem?
Keep that shit macking, man.
You really taking over my energy
You wanna
right
hurt you?
right now?
Don't do it.
So what did I do to you?
Don't do it for this crowd.
You know who I am? Do you know who I am?
Bro, for what?
Bro, you know who I am?
It's all love, bro. It's all love, bro. Yo, bro.
He didn't know that was. He didn't know that was Puff at first. Look, the switch up.
I'm really about that. I love you. And we're together. We're together.
Sinister. The real life Joker, y'all. The Joker in real life, man. Shout out to Massive Trip for putting that video compilation together. Really do appreciate you, brother, man. Shout out Massive Trip. Y'all go ahead and go check him out, man. That was a nice little compilation he did. I'm going to look a little bit more into his channel, man. He got 1.92K subscribers. Listen, I need to look a little bit more into his channel, but listen, I'm going to hit that subscribe on you, you know, just for the lookout on the Diddy video. You feel me? And so, look, you know, he was the embodiment of that character, Joker, right? Of that demonic spirit of Joker, right? The embodiment of it. And so, yeah, when his bodyguards is talking about all these things, man, listen, they've done, the CIA and other organizations have done extensive research as far as how to create a psychopath. And I believe Diddy has been being molested since he was a child. And I believe that is one of the key things to creating a psychopath, right? Is to be molested since childhood. You know, and that's what the studies went to show. You know what I mean? But let's get back into this video real quick. Let's get it. Goddamn.
You know, it's all about the people who trained and taught him the music business, because Puff wasn't he wasn't born a monster. You know what I'm saying? He was made into a monster, brother.
That's
you
right.
Understand what I'm saying? He was made into a monster from the stuff that happened to him, the things that he had to do. You understand? The things that he had to do to become who he is. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like this, brother. You never like something so much that you can't do without. And you never be willing to do anything to get where you want to be at.
I'm a firm believer that you don't have to do nothing. We already know about these sacrifices and the things people do to get in these circles. They all make conscious decisions to do it. So I don't think you can be forced to do what these people do for fame and money. No, they decided to make those decisions for themselves. And when you make decisions, you have to deal with all good and bad that comes with what you decide to do.
That's facts.
So, hey, we're here. Everybody's got to take accountability for self.
That's facts.
You got to have principles. You got to have.
Now, check this out, yo. You know, with this whole industry and doing what it's been doing, I'm going to tell you this much, right? You got guys like Kai Cenat, who is coming up in the cyber world, right? Who is a streamer and is getting fame and notoriety to where, you know, famous people are coming onto his platform to gain his fan base, to be able to look at, you know, to get some, you know, clout from his fan base, gain his fan base. This is a streamer. Yeah, this ain't no actor. This ain't no rapper. This ain't nobody who has had to go into Hollywood. This is a streamer who's made money streaming. You understand what I'm saying? And the children who follow Kai Cenat is what made him who he is. Now, whether or not he took a deal from Hollywood because they want him, he wanted his continued success or even greater. Listen, I'm not sure. You understand what I'm saying? But I know you don't start riots unless you've you've got some strings pulled or someone's been pulling on yours. But I don't know. I don't know what he's done. I don't know. You know what I mean? You got literally what Kamala Harris's camp contacting him, Secret Service contacting him and asking him about having Kamala Harris on his stream, on his live stream. And the brother don't know nothing about goddamn politics, which is sad for him, man. He really should educate himself as a man on politics. That way his followers can be able to be informed as to what they should be doing out here. And it's just facts, you know. But you got guys like Kai Cenat, who's coming up in the game, not really having to go through the channels of Hollywood, are going into the initiation, right? Because this is all an initiation. This is what this is. It's an initiation for a man to have to go and sleep with another man in order to make it to the next level. Kai Cenat did not necessarily have to do all of that. He just live streamed. You got guys like him, guys like who's coming up in this in this streaming world, and guys who are teaching people financial literacy, guys who are doing things that are not having to go through the gates of Hollywood. The guys that are Hollyweird, or Babylon, as I like to call it, the gates of Babylon and the gatekeepers of Babylon. They're not having to go through those things, right? So this is all but phasing out the old school way of becoming rich and famous, right? Which is having to go through Babylon. Now they're trying to switch over to the streaming platforms. That's the reason why a lot of these Zionists right now are trying to purchase TikTok. They're right now in the midst and in the works of purchasing TikTok right now as we speak, because they're switching to the streaming platforms. They're switching to the social media influencers. They want the influencers now to influence the public, to continue to teach them degeneracy, to push off the Antichrist spirit. And this is what this is all about. You know what I'm saying? It's all about that. That's why, Diddy was the embodiment of it. And once Clarence, the Black Godfather, once he passed away, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Now every black entertainer who has been indulging in this beast system, in the Antichrist spirit, and has been feeding the beast, they are on the fucking skewer. They are on the skewer, y'all. I'm trying to tell you right now, that's the reason why you got Beyonce selling assets or reconveying assets into her name or into another name. She's separating assets because, Jay-Z may be next. You understand what I'm saying? And she's not too sure, right? But I also have a strong feeling that Beyonce there's going to be a lot that comes out about her, right? A lot. So much so that you guys are going to be fucking shocked. You guys are going to be shocked. You're going to be appalled. You're going to be like, wow. I guarantee you that woman has done a lot in the private. And a lot of things that you would say, oh, you don't speak on Queen B. Listen, man, she's a witch. She's been casting spells for quite some time. And, she practiced that. She practices witchcraft. I believe, people believe in that type of shit. And even more so that they believe in it more than Christians or people who follow the Messiah. They practice it more than them. Santeria, all that shit, people really do that shit out here. So y'all got to open up your eyes a little bit, man, see what's going on. But we'll get back into this video. But I just really wanted to make that point. Listen, man, you got guys coming up. They're switching to the streaming platforms. That's the reason why there's a lot of censoring going on. That's the reason why they're looking to buy up TikTok. A lot of Zionists are looking to buy TikTok That's the reason they're trying to control what you say and what you're doing. They need to continue to push this antichrist spirit. You understand? This is prophecy. This is biblical prophecy that's coming to life. This is what you're seeing right in front of you. When you see all this shit that's happening in Hollywood, that's the antichrist spirit. It's totally against the Most High. And why? Why do they do these things? That's the question you got to answer for yourself. Go figure that out. Do your research. You know, why is the Bible so right 100% of the time in its prophecy? Why is it the most prophetically accurate book that has ever existed on the planet? Right? Go read what you got to read. But we're going to take a look at a couple things right now today as well. We're going to listen in on some things. But let's get back to this one.
Or you got to keep with that stuff. And in that music business, a lot of that stuff get thrown out the window. You understand? And that's what happened to him. He started doing the things to other people that was done to him. To keep it frank, he was doing the things to other people that was done to him. And it is what it is. You got to know better. And if you know better, you will do better.
When the devil is involved, everyone knows better. But they dance with the devil because they're attracted to all the goodies he's got for them. We live in a time where way too many people are living outside how God told us to live. A lot of people are disobedient and rebellious. So they know better, but refuse to do better. Again, we're talking about decisions.
When he was in New York City, he was like that gecko from the Geico commercial. Then he turned and started going, when he lived in Cali and Miami, he turned into Godzilla. I would see him talk about how he using drugs. He was never like that. Smoking cigarettes, smoking weed and everything like that. He turned into something that you could consider a monster, bro. Then he started doing things to people, you understand, that he learned. That's a learned behavior, bro. Now, I'm not saying that he may have been doing a couple of things here and there with women, stuff like that in New York, but the things that they're talking about that he was doing, bringing in prostitutes to have sex with his girl and all that stuff like that, that was some crazy stuff to me, man.
Sounds like Hollywood. They're participating in a lot of weird stuff out there, and that's why everybody is spooked right
Babylon.
now. Because so many of them have all done some questionable things.
So I'm just.
I mean, even with Justin Bieber and Usher, you know, he got to them when they were young. You know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, when you're standing next to I believe a 14 at the time, he was 14 years old, and you're offering up all this stuff, Lamborghinis and houses and things like that, and then at the end of the video you say, hey, we about to go buck fool crazy. I mean, you standing next to a 14-year-old child, man. Buck fool crazy is how you describe the time you're gonna spend with a 14-year-old alone. Shit crazy.
Just looking at this whole thing, man, and you had asked me, and we don't have these conversations like most people do. We're gonna go back and you're gonna tell me what we're gonna talk about this. You said, I'ma ask you how you feel, bro. I don't want no man to ever go to jail and be leaving their kids behind, be leaving their family behind. You understand? But some dudes belong in jail based on what they do and how they do it. We know that to be true. And it's just this situation, man, when they get down to all the facts and all what happened, he may belong in jail, bro. And that's not my doing. That's not Cassie doing. That's his doing and his learned behavior from the people that mentored him. You got to realize, man, he learned from Andre Harrell. He learned from Russell Simmons. He learned from Clyde Davis. You understand? When those people are telling you that they were heavy into the drugs, They was heavy into beating women and doing things at that age, at that crazy stage. That's gonna make him think that he can get away with the same thing that they was getting away with back then. You understand? The things that he was saying, you know, the touchy-feely between two men and all that stuff like that, man. All that, he learned that from them dudes. When I told y'all the story, when me and my man went up to Russell Simmons and he had a house and he had a man in bikini drawers in his bedroom, in his bed. You understand? Bruh, this is...
That's why he in Bali right now.
He learned. I'm assuming he learned it from them.
I am not amused by all these questionable activities in these folks' bedrooms. I could have gone my whole life not knowing that Russell Simmons allegedly had a gay man in his bed. I'm just not amused by any of these LGBT tales. I think these days, way too many people that's supposed to be straight are too entertained by these stories about activities involving men. The increased fascination that I've seen over the years now with this type of activity is super weird and not normal at all. Now, Gene, he's been reporting firsthand knowledge of all this gay stuff for a while. Obviously, a lot of folks in the industry is into that lifestyle. But hey, they're all getting caught now and running scared. They're resigning from these companies left and right because these RICO charges could be coming for a lot of them. Those laws are so broad that you can throw it out there and just about any of these people can be included in the case. It really just depends on whose time it is. They definitely got Diddy, but who's next? Tell me who you think is going down with them below in the comments.
Look, check this out. Most definitely. Since Clarence, and I just learned about Clarence not long ago. I didn't even know who this guy was. Clarence, since he passed away, let me go ahead and go over.